Hey guys, it's Zig. We're going to look at the Texas 200 sailing event. Arguably the most grueling sailing event on the Texas coast every year. 78 boats entered this year, a little over 30 finished. It's 6 days and 5 nights of no BS, boat breaking, body bruising madness. People have their rudders ripped off and their masts snapped in two. It will test your ability to remain calm in the face of conditions you've never sailed through before. It all starts in the resort town of Port Isabel, Texas, right on the Mexican border. From there, we sailed over 200 miles north to Magnolia Beach by Port Lavaca, Texas, covering the gnarliest, meanest coastline Texas has to offer. Once you pass through this outlet, all bets are off. After working through the maze of canals lined with excess and privilege, you're thrown out into the raw nature. There's no Walmarts to stop and pick up something you forgot. You have to have everything for that whole week on that boat. There's no showers, there's no running water, there's no drive-through at McDonald's, there's no bathrooms. You're pooping in a bucket, you're digging holes with a shovel, you're doing what you gotta do. This is raw out survival. And these are small trailer boats with limited space for storage, so the trick is to bring everything you need while at the same time trying to bring nothing at all. The Texas 200 can, has, and will mentally and physically break down a strong man to the point of surrender. As soon as you shut off the motor and it's just the wind and the waves as you sail out through the spring break mecca of South Padre Island before taking a left and sailing some little less than 40 miles to our first stop. Every sailor has a moment of self-reflection as the reality of this adventure hits you right in the face. Rocking along. We got another 15 miles to get up to Mansfield. As soon as the jetties on the island, I make a decision from there. So we're cruising damn near 8 miles an hour, so just sitting in the shade. Got a little caffeine in me. The sun's just wearing me out. Doing what's got to be done. All right, next check-in. I'll talk to you. Doing all right?
Yeah. Man, I got it in the third race. I just had to make it right.
Oh, all right. You make a good time with no sails.
I know it. Right.
I had to get a fishing boat to pull me out of the mud back there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, good to see you. Have a good one.
Have fun.
How much farther is it?
Another 15 to the channel. Alright, we got 10 and a half left to the channel. So we make decisions for the night. Running between 7 and 8 miles an hour, so 2.5 hours it says. We'll see.
Hell yeah, let's go!
The Port Mansfield Cut. It's muddy, it's windy, it's a nasty little hole of blown down tents and muddy shoes. A lot of people like myself chose to sleep right on top of the deck of the boat because it's just too windy to put up the tent. But a good belly full of food and a couple of beers and the beauty just starts jumping back out at you. And as soon as that sun disappears, everybody's in bed and sleeping.
It's been hell, but it's beautiful. Camp number 1 here. Beautiful night, I slept good. Seesawing through the waves here. Surfing it. We got some, I'll get you down out of the wind. I'm going to pop you up. Look at this weather here. See, it's... Oh, hopefully that's just some sea fog burning off. It is. What time is it? It's 8:30 in the morning. So we've been... Took off about 7:30, a little after. And we're just chewing away. We still got a little over, probably about 42 miles to go. Oh, we're flying. There's a couple more sailboats coming up in front of us, and you can see we're catching up to. We'll be out of this bay in about 10 miles.
The official Night 2 camp is 2 miles across that bay in front of you there with all that whitecaps moving. We chose a scraggy little spoil island to spend the night on. Nothing but a little fishing camps and hundreds of nesting gulls. Again, watching people struggle with the wind in their tents, I chose to sleep out on the deck of the boat. It was a beautiful sunset, and with a full belly, I laid down and got what sleep I could with all that howling wind.
And it's morning. All right. And it's morning out here. Day 3. Day 3.
And Buddy caught some fresh breakfast.
All right, rolling right out with a pot of dolphins coming right up, almost touching the boat. Snoopy's for a burger and a beer and relax, and everyone else is ways back. They'll catch up there. I'll have a table waiting. Oh, I'm glad to see this. Take a break and some civilization, baby. We all pulled into Snoopy's, the bar restaurant here. Got burgers, fries, food, filled up. And the new owner here says, you guys can just stay here for free. At the store, we got showers right here, bathrooms, all the luxuries that we usually don't get. So we are spread all the way here and out that way. We got 50 boats here, if not more. And so we're all hitting the bar, we're having a good time.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I think it's day 4 now. Yeah, it's day 4. Coming out of Snoopy's and Marina 37. Sun is up, we're rocking and rolling. Let's go do it. Kicked off the icy dub. We're going to stick over towards shore more to stay out of the rough water, which is going to be right out here. Got to get to Stingray Hole, which is that way. And as long as we don't get too cocky on how shallow the water is, we're rocking. Alright, we're out of Corpus Christi Bay. Now in Port Aransas Pass. It's like a V shape. It's got all the ferry boats going to Port Aransas we got to deal with, and they're just back and forth, multiples of them. We've had shit for winds all day. I've got in trouble twice this trip dealing with second guessing my reefs after I leave, so I'm trying to decide if I want to shake my reefs out or not. I think we're going to wait out. We're getting out into the bay here. I'm going to wait till I round Mud Island and make a decision. We might knock out a reef, and we got to take a turn at that point and head east. I'll knock out a reef at that point if it's still real light air. Decided not to. I'm glad I didn't, because 5 minutes later I'm out here and got a pretty good breeze. I'd have been all right with the reefs out, but it would have been hands on, all hands on deck. We're running along about 7 per. A little faster on the Gus. We've got under 10 miles to our destination. This will not take long. Run you over. Yeah, about the water.
How about that?
There we go. Something. Taking off the barnacles.
Look at our bones.
Alright, grab me so I don't spin.
The club held a memorial for one of our members that passed in the last year, and Buddy loaded up his cannon and put on a show.
Got my hand. 43 boats tonight in here. This is Paul's Mott. I didn't sleep last night. I think I got 20 minutes sleep. So I'm going to crawl in early. Beautiful sunset. I'm going to make some dinner, call it up. So this is the end of day 4. Day 4. We've got 2 days left. We're just pulling out of Paul's Mott. Everyone's off and gone. Coming out of here, you get the choice of going through, they call it the dugout. It's just close to shore, it's shallow. I could probably get through there. I don't like to play the games too much when I'm loaded because it's hard to get unstuck if you get stuck. Or we shoot straight out, like a lot of people here, they're heading right to the ditch, the ICW, shoot down, get to the next bay. And then everyone's headed for Army Hole. That's not where we're supposed to go tonight, but that's what people are going to. A lot of them. So we're kind of aiming for that. We'll see where it lands. And we're off. One more night. And tomorrow she goes on the trailer, get to go home, and lay on the couch for days. Alright, 20 miles as the buzzard flies to Army Hole. That's our basic destination. We're making good time here, cutting across an open stretch of the ICW. Beautiful day, a little cloudy, keeping the sun off of some. Some of the heat, it's going to be 100 degrees today. Supposed to have a heat index today of 111. But it's been all week, really. Alright, it's almost 2:30. Here's where we're at. Bays shoot up. Army Hole, where a handful of people were headed. Straight up wind. And then a couple people talking about going hitting the bay and you take a left up to Maggie Beach, where we're going to finish off tomorrow and just go ahead and get it in there tonight. So we got another little over 7 miles before we get up there to see exactly what's going on at Port O'Connor, where we can take a left or a right. Here's the bay. Tucks back around, so getting to Army Hole was a nightmare of waves, and I'd be a wet ride on the motor. This is curves back around out of the wind. It looks nice out there. And I'm 11 miles from where we're supposed to finish this off tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off. No sense abusing myself for no reason. And then I can hit the party tomorrow with everyone else. That's the plan. Let's see how it works. We're gonna get out of here and let it run. This be nice if this thing was back on the trailer by dark. We'll find out.
Are you going to the ramp or where are you going?
Headed to the ramp.
My wife won't pick us up for tomorrow, so we're going to be headed toward that way, but we're going to camp on the beach.
Perfect.
Good deal.
Honey, I'm home.
Honey, I'm home.
It's on the trailer. And it was a good run. Like, subscribe. Hey, I got a Patreon page to help pay for all this stupid nonsense. At least buy me a beer. You can get on Patreon and buy me a beer if you like. But other than that, subscribe, because I'm going to take you bastards sailing.